Welcome back, and can you relate? A new study, this kind of caught us off guard a little bit, says that most relationships are toxic. Can you relate?
And what are the red signs to watch out for, the red flags? That is the big question this morning.
Joining us to help spot the 6 signs of a toxic relationship is expert Dr. Carmen Harra. Doctor, how do you know if you're in a toxic relationship?
There are some very clear classic signs of toxicity in a relationship, because the relationships that are toxic induce feelings of anxiety, depression, fear, even desperation. And it's like becoming the new norm. People become immune, to the signs of toxicity, and they think it's normal. So the signs, the common signs, and I'm going to go through them very quickly, so that people can relate and understand if they are in a toxic relationship. First of all is jealousy and possessiveness. So if jealousy turns into anger, and possessiveness is something that isolates you from other people, then it means there's a toxicity in that relationship. Cheating is a big sign of a toxic relationship. Even though your partner might promise you, well, I'm not going to do it again, the integrity is lost, the respect is gone. So if your partner doesn't know your worth, you should know, what you are worth, and you should leave. Another sign of toxicity is lying. If it becomes constant, if lying is something like a pattern of behavior, which is actually an indication that this is a pathological disorder, again, it's time to reevaluate that relationship you are in. And if this continues, you should again reconsider to find somebody else. The worst actually sign of toxicity is violence. It should never be tolerated. If you're in a violent relationship and one episode of violence takes place, one is way too many. So walk away from a relationship where there is violence. Withholding is another sign of toxicity, in which your partner is trying to dominate you, is trying to condition your actions. That's very unhealthy. But what about addiction? If you're in a relationship where there is addiction, compulsive disorder personality, or if your partner is addicted to drugs, to alcohol, you should consider the help of a professional, because mental health is so significant in a relationship. And another one that people don't even think about is indifference. Indifference is a form of a silent toxicity. When your partner constantly is ignoring you a month, 2, 3, 5, and you feel like you're disconnected, there's no connection, there's no emotional intimacy, then again, it's time to reevaluate the relationship and try to find somebody else where you live a healthy and normal life.
Doctor, what if you're the one that's being toxic? How do you recognize that maybe you're bringing negativity to the relationship?
Well, if any of these signs, so if you take a moment, to acknowledge your own action, and if you have problem in addiction, if you have problem with lying, if you have problem with cheating, then either you work on yourself to bring back the integrity of a relationship, or you should be honest to yourself and understand that you're causing a lot of harm to your partner, and you should not be in that relationship.
Dr. Harra, thanks so much. I mean, relationships are hard in itself, then when you add these other elements in, and even emotionally can be, strangling as well. So thanks so much. Good advice today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah. And she's coming to us from Miami, she said. She said the weather there is great. And I said, unfortunately, it's not great here.
No, dang. Miami is kind of cold, not like Miami.
Miami does not feel like Miami right now.
Exactly.